Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a pretty massive shift in how we think about artificial intelligence. Forget the old sci-fi tropes or just seeing it as a simple productivity tool. The whole conversation has changed. For a lot of creators out there, AI is now becoming a genuine creative partner. So let's really explore what that means. This quote from digital marketer Gareth Davies really gets to the heart of it. See, the experience of using modern AI, it isn't like using a calculator or a spell checker. It's something else entirely, something way more collaborative. And it's this exact idea that's forcing all of us to rethink the entire future of creative work. So how did we get here? And so fast, right? To really get it, let's follow the journey of Gareth Davies. He's a digital media practitioner whose fascination with AI started way before it was something you could actually use. For Gareth, this has always been personal. He grew up reading sci-fi from authors like Arthur C. Clarke, who, you might know, co-wrote 2001: A Space Odyssey. And that movie, with its iconic AI character, HAL 9000, well, it left a huge mark on him. It connected AI with these really deep concepts like memory and creativity in his mind. And this comparison just perfectly captures the journey, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got this philosophical, almost mythical idea of an AI like HAL. And on the other, you have these tangible tools like ChatGPT and Midjourney that are literally sitting on our desktops right now. That sci-fi dream, it's finally become a practical, everyday thing. Okay, so how does that big philosophical idea actually turn into a powerful tool you can use at work? Let's take a look at what AI collaboration actually looks like in a professional setting. At his company, MADCAP Global, Gareth is using AI to keep their brand message consistent while, and this is key, adapting to new trends almost in real time. It's not just about being fast. It's about what he calls creative agility. That ability to quickly brainstorm ideas, try out different tones, and just respond to what your audience wants, faster than you ever could before. And just look at the sheer range of stuff they're using it for. We're talking about everything from social media posts and visuals to long-form blogs, internal memos, and even animated product videos. This shows you it's not just a one-off thing. It is a deep, full-on integration into the whole creative workflow. So, once you start using it like this, something really profound happens. The AI stops feeling like just another tool on your computer and starts becoming something more. And this brings up a really fascinating question. When you work with an AI and it generates something surprisingly original, well, who's the author? The whole experience kind of challenges our basic ideas of ownership, and it forces us to reconsider what it even means to create something. And make no mistake, this isn't some small, incremental change. As Gareth puts it, this feels like a fundamental turning point. Like we're at the very dawn of a completely new era in how we work, how we think, and how we create. But of course, with this powerful new age comes some pretty big new responsibilities. We can't talk about collaborating with AI without also talking about the ethics of it all. This is really the key question we all need to be asking ourselves. If we're going to partner up with this new form of intelligence, what does a responsible way of doing that even look like? Well, the consensus that's starting to form is that an ethical AI needs three main things. It has to be transparent in how it works, inclusive in its training data so it avoids bias, and accountable for what it produces. And maybe most important of all, the goal should always be to support our own abilities, not to replace our judgment. It's kind of amazing how relevant Isaac Asimov's famous laws feel right now, isn't it? But the definition of harm has definitely evolved. In our world, harm can be spreading misinformation or maybe using AI as a deceptive shortcut. The goal has to be to add real value, not to mislead people. So where do we go from here? Well, if we get the ethics right, the future isn't about replacement. It's actually about an incredible expansion of our own creativity. This brings us right to that big fear in the room. Is AI coming for our jobs? The reality, at least for people who are actually embracing this tech, seems to be something different. The idea is that AI is here to support us. And just like any powerful tool, its ultimate value is going to depend completely on how we decide to use it. So ultimately, this isn't some zero-sum game where the machine wins and the human loses. It's about approaching this technology with a sense of curiosity and a strong ethical compass, using it as a partner to push the very boundaries of what we can create. The tool is here. It's getting more powerful and more intuitive every single day. So the only real question left is a personal one. What will you and your new collaborator create together?